Okay, I think we're going. I think my mic is working. Can you hear me? Alright, that looks good. I have to turn the music down just a touch, I think. Start on the Twitch and do my regular. Try not to ignore Twitch chat. Okay, I'm going to leave you guys, give me half a second because I need to share this on, I'm not going to share this on social media. Let's see what happens. I probably should check and make sure the sound is working though, so hold on a second because I really screwed the pooch last time. Probably come up with an easier way to do this. It says I'm live. Right, all right. Everything looks okie doke to me. Okay. It's a miserable day here today. It's I think our first real day that feels like fall. It's kind of cold. The wind is blowing a lot. It's not raining yet. And looking outside today all day, it had that sort of gray overtone that looked like any minute now it was going to start to rain, but it never really did. And I actually kind of feel like that. Sophia is back tomorrow. All of the trees were starting to get a real nice red hue to them. The fall colors were in, and they were all looking really nice. Then the wind comes along and just strips them. So, it's been really quiet the last couple of weeks. It's been pretty mild. A little bit of touch of rain here and there, but not too bad. It hasn't been too cold. Yeah, so I was hoping that she'd get home and be able to see like the whole island kind of bathed in sort of, fall reds and colors and everything. If it keeps up, she's going to get home and everything's just going to be, it's going to look like winter already. So last night we had fun with Chris, who comes in here from time to time, and Jacob. We had fun doing an epoxy floor, and it was white epoxy with various colors dribbled onto the white epoxy. I can actually, let's see, I think I can show you a picture. on a second. Let me. Yeah, so it came out looking like this. It looks like a jawbreaker, doesn't it? It's cool. Yeah, fun. It was mostly sort of an experiment to see what would happen. And some of those colors are UV reactive. So like some of these yellows in the middle. The purple is not UV reactive. That sort of orangey color is not. I think almost every other color in here that you see, I think every single other color on here pretty much has some sort of UV reactive or glow in the dark as well. Yeah, cool, fun. So we did that last night, just for the fun of doing it. So Sophia is back tomorrow night. She was actually made a quick run down to the States today. She's in Vancouver, so they just bounced across the border to Bellingham, I think. She had to pick up, I think they went down, we ordered some stuff from Dilettante, which is a chocolate company in Seattle. Amazing chocolate. We ordered some stuff from them, but they won't ship up, or it was cost prohibitive to ship up to Canada. So Sophia's sister lives in Vancouver, and there's a mailbox that she can use just right on the other side of the border. So we had the chocolate shipped to the mailbox, and then going forward, we did it to try it. Everything's going to work. So going forward, she'll go down, pick up the chocolate, bring it over the border, and then ship it to us. So it should work fairly well. So I think that's what they were doing today, is that they went down primarily to get the chocolate, and then they did some other shopping kind of business. Just kind of goofed around in Bellingham for the day. So then tonight she's going back over the border right now. She'll be back in Canada, then she's going to pack, and then wake up tomorrow, get on a plane, and come on over here. So I'm picking her up tomorrow night after the arcade closes. I think her flight is like around midnight. We close at 11, so I'll just kind of hang out here for a little bit and then go get her. And I think probably the first time probably on Friday then, next Friday, a week from now, we'll probably do a live stream and you'll see her then. Tomorrow we're doing a costume party. No, kind of low-key. We've just kind of advertised a little bit about it. If you come in, and if I think you put some effort into your costume, I'll probably give you a free pass or candy or a drink or something, right? That kind of thing. And then we'll do a grand prize. So I'm going to put together like a little bit of a gift basket kind of thing. And that'll be the grand prize. I have to get a plastic pumpkin to put all the crap in now. Last time we gave, I'll have to figure out a way, because if they're not here, we're doing it all day, and so the grand prize will be all the costumes throughout the day. So if they come in at 3 p.m. And they're the best costume, well, I can't decide until the end of the night anyway, so I'll have to have a way to get a hold of them if they're not regulars. Last year we did tickets. So we had people, we did drawings. And then, so they wrote down their name and a way to contact them on the little ticket. And then we drew tickets for particular prizes and stuff. And then that was one of the ways that we knew who the best costumes were because we made a note. And we can dig through them later. So, and that one actually we do the people. I posted a thing on I talked about it last week that Leah and Lambert, they dressed up as the speakeasy couple and they were fantastic. So, boy, it looks empty. I'm gonna change scenes because it looks empty on that scene. Look, we have people in here. Project Hush Hush is coming along a little bit at a time. I just posted 4 videos to Patreon yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday or the day before, but they're 4 new videos posted. I posted one today that will go live on Monday. Yeah, because I think there was one yesterday. One went live yesterday. I posted them yesterday, the day before. One went live yesterday. One's live today. One live's tomorrow. One live this Tuesday. It's kind of I haven't been posting very many updates the last week because I've been really kind of busy. And I get home and I'm just like exhausted, just burnt out, exhausted. So I haven't done anything. But I had a bunch of footage, so I kind of slapped some footage together. Yeah, so that's coming along a little bit at a time. The guys next door are doing. Oh, please. Hi.
How's it going?
Good. How are you guys?
Good.
All right. So it's $14.95 for an hour, 5 cents more for 2 hours.
2 hours?
Might as well. All right, $34.50. Go ahead.
Oh yeah.
All right, I'll stamp your hands. You guys are good till 10:15.
Sure.
Yeah, those I bring up from the States.
Yeah, that's where she gets them.
Yeah. Guys next door are doing their rebranding and relaunch. They're ditching the Pizza Donair Hub name because it's a ridiculous, horrible name. And that's not actually the full name. It's DD Pizza and Donair Hub is the actual name. And it's, the DD stood for Deminder and Dipashnu Pizza and Donair Hub, which it's the worst. They're changing their name to Island Pizza, which is much better. Hi. What are you doing?
Pretty good. Do I need to pay here?
Yeah. It's you've never been in before?
No, my friends are all here.
Okay, so it's pay to enter. You pay by the hour, and then all the machines are set to free play.
Okay.
Are you with the birthday girl?
Yes.
Okay, so they're all doing a 2 hour. They're all here till 10 o'clock or so.
Okay, sounds good.
$17.25.
Here we go.
Great. $2.75, and I'll stamp your hand. So you're good till 10:15.
Thank you very much.
Have you played much pinball before?
Some, but not much.
Little? Okay. They're all set to free play, so all you got to do is just find the start button and hit it once to start a one-player game.
Okay.
If you hit it more than once, you'll start a one-player, two-player, three-player game or whatever, depending on how many times you mash that start button.
Okay.
Most games, 3 balls per game. Some of the older, like Palooka, is 5 balls for some reason, and I have one over there that's 4 for some ridiculous reason. But other than that, If you get a stuck ball, which happens, come and get me. Right. What was I talking about? Oh, next door. Yes, that's right, next door. So, yeah, Pizza Donaire, BD Pizza Donaire Hub is ridiculous and terrible. So, yeah, they're changing it to Island Pizza. They have their new logo, which is not bad. It has a little Prince Edward Island on it. And this is what they were working with, just like that. And I said, you know, make it stand down a little bit more. So I cranked this out to give to their, something like that. It achieves the same goal, stands out, it's very bright. So I guess they're going to send that to their, they liked it, they're going to send it to their graphics dude and say, more like this, please. But, and they fixed their counters, they've been painting and cleaning up over there, and they're coming along. And I think that they're planning on doing their kind of grand reopening mid to late next month. So let's see, like maybe the 16th or the 23rd or something. And that sort of corresponds. We're going to try and work it out. That kind of corresponds with us doing our announcement for Project Hush Hush. So we can have kind of like a big party here. They're doing their thing and kind of promoting their thing, and we're doing our thing and promoting our thing. And through cross promotion, we reach more eyes, which I think will be fun. And I like supporting them as much as I can. So if getting our customers a little bit more aware of their sort of grand reopening thing helps them, that's great. Yeah. So. What's going on in here? Bales from the Crypt. Oh, please. Hi. How you guys doing? You're looking for somebody? Yeah. You're not Hitman, are you? You're not Hitman, are you? If you are, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Take your business outside. You want to walk around and see if they're here? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. Hey, Luke, how's it going? Just let me take care of these guys and I'll be back on camera here in a second. Found them? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you're with the birthday party thing. So they're doing the 2 hours. So it's $14.95 for an hour, 5 cents more for 2 hours. So they're here till about 10 o'clock.
This will take 2 hours.
Paying together or separate? Okay. Whoever's first, $17.25. Out of 20. $2.75, and I'll stamp your hand here. So you're good till $10.25. And $17.25 for you. Go right ahead. Yeah, you're good. And I'll stamp your hand. Do you want a receipt? Okay, there you go. Everything's set to pre-play. Just hit the button and go. If you get a stuck ball, give me a shout. There's Luke. Hello, Luke. And there's Outlane. Hello, Outlane. I say Outlane. Easy for me to say. Outlane says, I sent you a picture of what looks like Killer Clown on Funhouse Pin. Also did a last minute trade. My Black Knight 2000 plus cast for a Jaws Pro. Okay. Let me see if I can get that picture from here. I have to remote into my other computer. One of these days, I'll figure this all out. Copy these pictures down. Whoa, what is that? Alright, we'll save that, we'll look at that. Oh, I have to show you, that actually reminds me of something else. I will grab that. Show you this other picture. Sorry, I'm doing this in a really awkward way where I'm I had to copy pictures from one computer to another computer. Firefox, and I have to open them in Firefox because that's just how I roll. I'm going to close this so we don't have any weird sound issues. I'm going to close this. Okay. Browser. This is the picture with the killer clowns from outer space. And it does. It looks like him. So is that the only one? Because all the killer clowns from outer space were sort of avocado shaped, right? Their bodies were avocados, and then they had like, yeah, that's funny. And then we'll go back. And then that's your new Jaws Pro that you got. And then this thing, like, oh my God. This is amazing. So what's the audio source on this? It's 82. So it's got to be record still, yeah? Because there wouldn't have been CDs were later than that. Popular CDs were around by then, but they weren't They weren't out in public yet. So that it's either going to be tape or it's going to be records. I would assume records. That's cool. That's pretty crazy. So this showed up in town the other day, and Jacob sent me this picture. He wants me to get it. Look at that thing. It's got a phonograph. It has a cassette. This has got to be a tuner up here. I hope that little slot that's an 8-track. That's got to be, because look at the side. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 lights, and 8-tracks had 4 channels. Yeah, so that's got to be, that button must change to your different channel. Yeah, and then that jack. That's got to be an 8-track. And then it's got the disco ball on the top, and look, these Christmas lights. This shitty little disco ball. Electrophonic is what it says. And then this infinity mirror thing down below. Which made me think I need to build an infinity mirror to have in the arcade. Yeah.
Done yet.
All right. All right. I just got these in. You'll have to let me know how it is. 472. Yeah, it's going. Oh, wait a minute.
I didn't hear a beep.
All right, try it again. Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Not bad. Oh, have to insert it maybe?
Maybe. Is there an insert on this?
Yeah, on the top. That's what it wanted.
What's that? That's what
That's what it wanted.
Let's find out.
Right. Hi.
I'm just looking to get entry for an hour.
Just an hour? Okay, $14.95.
Okay.
And then tax. There's always tax.
That's assumed.
$17.19.
Please.
Go ahead. All right, stamp your hand. You're good till 9:30.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks. Have you had this before?
No.
Oh, it's good stuff.
Stuff.
It's made in Montague.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
316. Yeah, go ahead. We did one day we realized we had about 13 different root beers in here. So me and my girlfriend, we lined them all up, did a blind taste test. And this was one of the ones that we both,
chose.
yeah, we didn't really like, this is the best, this is the worst. We kind of picked out kind of our 3 top 10,
Yeah.
or top ones that we like the most, and both of us picked that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
There was one I liked at the farmer's market there. They had like the old tops where you could like recork it.
Right.
That-
The
that-
wire thing?
Yeah, that's like one of my favorites on the island. So,
Do you know who makes it?
I don't remember. That's the problem.
If you remember, because I'm trying to find a lot of local stuff, and I haven't seen that yet. So if you remember, if you figure it out or something, send me a message and let me know,
Okay.
and I'll bring it in. Yeah, because I try to. I have that top row up there, just stuff
It's
that's
just local?
just either from the island or in the Maritimes, right?
Okay.
I'd like to make that much larger.
That's awesome.
All right.
Thanks, man.
It's rare to find one working. Most have acid damage. What are we talking about? Oh, what did I do? I'm on the wrong thing here. Are you talking about that this thing? That thing? I've never seen this before. It's an amazing thing, whatever it is. Oh, look, we have President Donald John Trump in chat. Did I ban him? What happened? I could try some moderation power. Let's see. I can remove. I can put you. I'm going to put Donald Trump in a timeout for a minute. President Donald Trump has been timed out for 1 minute. I got a pin snake at Expo. Works great at cleaning under ramps. Was very popular. I've seen those. I was interested to see how well they would work. And there's a thing that they sell that's similar. It's almost like a little grabby guy, right? So I hear a stuck ball. Hold on a second. Maybe not. But it's like a little, it's like a 3-finger grabby guy. If you drop a small thing in a thing and you can't reach it. And it's on sort of this bendy, flexible thing. And at the top has a little plunger. Push the plunger in and the little fingers do this. I don't know what the hell they're called, but so I saw the little pin snake thing, and I thought, I wonder if you could do something like that with it, or because you could grabby onto your rag. And you know, really, most stuff on pinball, it doesn't, like, especially under ramps and stuff. A lot of times it just kind of wipes off, like that black sort of carbon stuff isn't really ground in. Like it usually doesn't. Down lower in the playfield, some heavy wear lines that can kind of get ground in, especially if you use wax. Then it can be kind of more difficult. I don't use wax at all on any of my machines, so a lot of times I can just wipe it off with a naphtha infused rag, and all the black stuff just kind of comes right out. So. I wonder when it tells it. I've never used moderator power, so I wonder when President Donald John Trump gets out of his little timeout. I wonder if they'll tell me. I don't know. This is fun. Thought I should probably muffle him before he started talking about batteries and sharks. Oh, you guys are having your election pretty soon. That's next month, isn't it? That's only November. When is the U.S. election? November 5th. Oh, wow. For some reason, I thought it was the 7th. What is that? That's oh my God, it's less than 2 weeks away. We had an election in BC. That's what Sophia was doing. And they had the Liberal Party. The Liberal Party and the Conservative Party in Canada are kind of similar. It's just one has a little bit more God under their belt, but they're both basically the same party, in my opinion. And then the NDP that's more of the left-leaning party. They work for workers' rights and try to keep health care afloat. Anything positive that comes to our healthcare system in federally to our healthcare system is usually because of the NDP. Anything positive that comes for workers' rights, equal rights, all kinds of stuff like that, that's usually from the NDP. Then there's the Bloc Québécois, which is the Quebec separatist. And then there's that's kind of minimizing maybe what they do, but that's kind of what the rest of Canada kind of thinks of them. they want Quebec to be like its own independent, sovereign country. And then there's a Green Party that is, it is what it is, right? So the Liberal Party basically collapsed in BC. And the Conservative Party basically collapsed in BC. And then they started up this new, I don't know much about it, but it's like this new sort of Conservative Party. And so the voting was basically between the NDP and the Conservatives, with the Greens. The one Green leader wanted to be in part of the debates. And to be in part of the debates, the way I understand it, they have to have enough candidates through all the ridings. So they put in a bunch of like non-serious paper candidates in all of these ridings. And those non-serious paper candidates got like 100 votes. And that was enough to take the win away from the NDP in a lot of these ridings. There was the riding that Sophia was working in, they lost by 120 votes, and I think the Greens got about 120 votes there. The riding next to it, it's basically the same. There's a group of candidates of the NDP that were all they all work together, they're all kind of friends, and so the riding next to them, the Pitt Meadows, I think it's Pitt Meadows riding. That NDP candidate won because the Green Party candidate didn't get their shit together to get on the ballot. There's something happened, didn't get enough signatures or something like that, and so then they won. If the Green Party had just kind of stayed out of it, the NDP would have taken that election again, just like they did the last few years. They always win it, but so we'll see what happens. No party really got, they weren't able to really form a government because the NDP was sitting at, I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's like the NDP was sitting at 47, the Conservatives were sitting at 46, and the Green got 2 seats, and the woman who was in charge of the Green Party got voted out. So it just basically was a big stupid mess. So I think that the Greens, if they want to do anything, and the NDP want to do anything, those two parties have to shake hands and agree to work together. And we'll see what happens there. Don't know. Anyway. So, at the end of the day, Sophia's candidate, the first candidate that she's worked with, she's worked on a whole bunch of elections. This is the first time her candidate has ever lost, which is kind of too bad. She didn't take it very well, I don't think. So Luke says, what's special about the pin snake? Alan Lane says it cleans hard to reach places like under ramps and orbits. Some people use a rag and screwdriver. You can take ramps off, but it makes it easier. And then Outlane says, I voted today. Awesome. So let's pin snake. Let's look it up. Browser time. Over 1,000 pin snakes sold. Let's watch the video, shall we? I'm gonna turn the sound out. Oh, you know what? There is a there's a toy like that, yeah? This was actually a little bit different than what I remembered it to be. Probably. How much are they selling those for? This is horrible. Bye. $40 for a 3D printed thing with Velcro around it. Yeah. Velcro on the edges and a little stick in the back. All right, I have to see something. Hold on a second here. So you used to be able to buy these little toy snakes, and they articulate around and stuff. So you could actually, if you didn't want to do a pin snake, you could just take one of those and use a couple of rubber bands to hold the rag on. Oh, there's Nick L. Hello, Nick. How are you? I heard that Kino works really well. I don't know what that is. I want a whodunit. Work good on whodunit, says Outlane. I really want a whodunit. I like that game. Sophie and I ran into that game in a place in DC, and I had never played it before. And yeah, we played the crap out of that. I really enjoyed it. I've come across a couple of them for sale, but I always sort of miss out on securing the sale, right? Oh, pin snake. Yeah, a typo. Oh, you guys have to remind me to check Twitch chat, just because I always forget. We have a pretty good crowd going tonight. For a coldish day. What is it outside? I can't tell. I'm going to look it up because I don't remember. It says it's 4 outside. 4 outside, 14 tomorrow, 4 tomorrow. And then Sunday I have off and Sophia will be home. So it's kind of going to be a cold day. It's going to be 0 at night. Oh, we got negatives. Then it looks like it's going to warm back up again. That's my day. Is Pinsnake the name of somebody's band? Yeah. I'll bet you anything. Our President Donald John Trump friend was who we think it might have been, which is why I did that. I think it's Snake. I have to check something. Hold on a second. One of these days I'm going to organize my computer stuff. So yeah, is Pinstick the name of somebody's band? And I'm going to guess that it was probably Mr. Spike. I hope that, because I'm pretty sure President Donald John Trump is Spike, which is why I did that to him. I muted him. So I hope I didn't piss him off. I don't think I did. This is the one that I wanted. Yes, this one. We'll run this for a little while. There's a girl over there playing the motorcycle game. You can kind of see it in the top corner there. Playing the motorcycle game, and the guy was filming her. There. You can see it now on the left-hand side. But he stopped filming her, but she was like, there's Spike. Hi, Spike. I was just talking about you. Were you incognito earlier? Hi, guys. How's it going? We close at 11.
Oh, so we can do this one.
Yeah, it's only 10 minutes away. I'll give it to you if you want to do it.
Yeah? Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
perfect. Yeah.
Okay, say $5 for the $28.75. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Do you want a receipt? Yeah. All right, there you go. And I'll stamp your hands. Just reminds me that you paid. And you guys haven't been in before, right?
No.
You're kind of have that. I haven't been in before. Everything's set to free play. Just hit the button and go. If you hit the button once or twice, it'll add a one-player to a two-player game, or how many times you match on that button. If you get a stuck ball, give me a shout, and I'll come and knock it free. Hi. All right, 621. Have you had one of those yet?
I'll pay $2. I'll pay $2 on the debit.
Oh, all right. So split amount.
Melee and
All right, 221 on that thing.
work this time? It's good.
It's doing it. It's thinking about it. You're good.
I think my
All right, so you're saying the extra hour with these guys. So normally it's just 5 cents more for the extra hour.
Yeah, but because I didn't pick that at the start.
I'm not gonna worry about it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, don't worry about
That's
it.
no problem, man.
Nope, I don't. I would feel bad charging you an extra whole hour because you haven't been in before and you didn't know what they were doing. So I'm not even gonna
Well, I
think
very
about
much
it.
appreciate that, then.
316 for that thing. All right, there you go.
Very much.
Okie dokie dokie dokie. Sorry about that. Oh, I'm checking my Twitch stream. All right. Yeah. $3.16. I don't know what that means. What does that mean? That was the guy's price. Is there significance to the number? $3.16. John 3.16. You bet. $4.54. Go ahead. It's thinking about it. It's doing it. You're good. You're good.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thanks. So 316 is a biblical thing. I'm a dum-dum when it comes to that kind of stuff. Oh, what time is it? 9 o'clock. I need more coffee. I'm not going to make it to 11. All right, $3.16. There you are. Thanks. You know, the one thing that I wish that our terminals did is it comes up as $3.16, but we don't have pennies. So if you pay by cash, then it goes into my accounting as $3.15. If you pay by card, you got to pay that extra cent because electronic transfers will do it. And I wish that I could set my system so it does an automatic round, and then I just make up the difference. Every month it'll be like 30 or 40 cents difference in the tax that I'm paying on stuff being sold or whatever. But I wish it would round it all transactions so it was always the same. Because I do kind of feel dumb saying $3.16. Aha! Good stuff. All right, anything else for you?
I don't think so.
All right. $1.90. Go ahead.
Thank you.
You're good. Thanks. But I feel stupid telling someone it's like $3.16 or $4.18, and they're paying in cash, right? Because they can't pay that. I should just carry like a whole pocket full of Canadian pennies and just, here you go. I paid $3.18. Alan says, let's see, biblical price, Stone Cold. Oh, that, yeah. There was some sports dude who always had that, right? That sounds really familiar. I don't know who it was. Alan says, played the new Alice in Wonderland, did terrible, bricked every shot. Just bad luck or just a game that was leaning the wrong way. All right, I have to show off my floors now that more people are here. I'll tell the story again. I told it when I don't think anybody was on here because I told it right away. Last night, Chris, who comes in here, you see him from time to time with the big beard, and he plays the housing and stuff. And Jacob and we did an epoxy floor that looks like a giant jawbreaker. It was really fun. So we put down white epoxy and then we put a bunch of different colors. It kind of just splattered a bunch of colors into the white. Most of those colors that we added actually have a UV reactive element to it too. So it will glow in the dark and or glow under black light. So it looks like, under regular light, it looks like this. Like a frickin' jawbreaker. Isn't that cool? I love it. And I might have, actually, I think I can get a picture. Hold on a sec here. A picture on my phone. No, I don't really have a good picture on my phone of what it looks like under completely UV. You can kind of see, but not really. Someone needs a palooka lesson. All right, it's working. Yeah. This one's old school though, so you have to use the ball lifter to lift the ball up every time. 1964 on this one. Wow. Hold on a second here. I think this will work. Alright, give me a second here, we'll try this. I have some video of the floor under black light. So I'm going to transfer the video to this computer and we'll try and play it. What was I going to say? I was going to say something about it. I started to say something and I forgot what it was. I don't remember. So that's the only game I have in here that is not set to free play, because if I have it on free play, the first kid in here will empty it.
Yeah.
But it's your birthday.
Thank you.
There you go. Give it a shot. Did you get anything? When I first got that in and got it set up, we put a bunch of candy and stuff in there. I don't think it was the very first kid that played it, but the second kid that played it got like, a whole claw full of stuff. And yeah, just like, oh wow, this is most awesome. And like, oh no, it's gonna do that every time. But yeah, usually it gives like 1 or 2 pieces. Sometimes it gives a lot. Yeah, it's a fun thing to have. I've always wanted one, and I came across it, so I was like, I'll just bring it in. All right, while this thing is transferring, you guys chat amongst yourselves, and I'm going to make myself a quick coffee. Coffee acquired. Yeah. This thing is still copying. What kind of nonsense is that? How big is that thing? And I guess copying from remote desktop to desktop is not the best way to copy things, right? Manager. Hey there. I know who you are. You changed your name. Is that your new music? Is that the name you're doing for music now? Because you did the same thing on the Facebooks, yeah? Luke says, just saw you acquired a cool looking shrink couch. It's a fainting couch. Yeah, we got that. Ideally, let's put it this way. I want to bring it into the arcade. Hold on a second. Hi.
These guys.
All right. Have you had this before?
Yeah.
It's like blueberry ice cream.
I know.
It's amazing.
One left over there.
Oh no, I'll have to get some more. All right, 8:28. Go ahead. Good to go. Thanks.
you.
Okay, the fainting couch. So I want to bring the fainting couch in to have in front of the console so that it's big enough to hold 4 kids or 3 adults. It's comfortable enough to sit and play for a little while. But if you're sitting there with a handful of people, you probably wouldn't want to play for an hour or 2, right? Which is just about what I want people to play the consoles for a short time, but not camp out on the consoles. But I mean, if they want to, they can. And if you're sitting on the side with the arm, it would be much more comfortable than if you're sitting on the other side. Daryl says, Star Voyager says, wrapped up the old music project, not really doing anything now. You haven't done, I'm not doing anything either. I spent all that time setting up the new studio, and then we started this project, and I just haven't gotten out there. And then I hate my new studio. I just can't stand it. I set it up wrong, really. So it's on the 2nd floor, and it has peaked ceilings. So I set it up. It's because the ceilings go all the way to the floor, so 4 or 5 feet out from where they. All right. $5.23. All right. Have you opened those before?
No, never.
Oh, all right. I'll give you a lesson.
Okay.
So, there's a marble in there that keeps it sealed.
All right.
So you have to take this plastic off. Okay. Take your little cap in there and pop this little piece out of the middle. There you go. All right. That goes on the marble. And then push down. All right, there you go. I'll take your garbage for you.
Thank you.
All right, so that you don't need that anymore. Now, to drink it, see these 2 little dimples?
Yep.
Those face towards you, and what they do is that they hold the marble in place.
And then it will
If
seal
you do it this
itself.
way, blob, yeah. And then if you want to take the marble out, just break the bottle. Don't try to
Okay.
pull this thing off. I've done both, and it's far easier to just smash the bottle. All right, $1.72. Go ahead. We're good? Thanks. Yeah, so I hate the new studio, and the reason why is because it's basically you know what? I wonder if I can do this. I'll just so it's a peak ceiling like this. The beams go down to here. This space is available in the studio, but this goes down to like wedged all the way down to the floor. So I went about 4 feet out. We had to have the posts there and stuff to support the ceiling. I kept that all open instead of finishing it because I figured I could put sound treatments in there and shelves and whatever, right? There's a lot of usable space in there. So I set it up, but I'm basically in a rectangle. The building is square, 25 by 25 feet, but the inside, because of the way that the ceiling is, and the stairs come up on one end, I'm basically working with a rectangle. So I set it up like you would any studio that's a rectangle, where you're facing the short end of the rectangle. You've got your mixing console is about a third away from the front facing wall. Hi. All right, $3.16. Go ahead. You're good. There you go.
Thank you.
Thanks. Right, okay, so facing the short wall, mixing console is about a third away from that wall. Set it up all like that, right? I shot the room. I didn't do any treatments yet. I wanted to shoot the room first, just to get the acoustic kind of fingerprint of what the room was. And then I can build acoustic treatments accordingly. Hold on a second. Hi. How's things? Yeah, good. All right, so last 2 hours that we're open, we do a thing called the date night special, which is basically 2 people until we close at 11, and you save $5 than paying individually.
When do you close?
11 o'clock,
What time is it now?
a little after 9.
Done.
All right, with tax, $28.75. 30. $1.25, and then if I can stamp your hands, this just reminds me that you've paid. There you go. Everything is set to free play except for my candy claw machine. Just hit the button and go. If you get a stuck ball, give me a shout and I'll come over and hit it with a hammer. Right.
Sweet, thank
Thanks.
you.
Right, so shot the room. Room was about what I expected. Then I bought some the new Cali monitors, and I brought them in to test them out. And I learned something very, very quickly. Is that I think I have a stuck ball. Hold on a second. So you have a peaked roof like this, right? And you're sitting here. The time that the acoustics, especially without any treatments on the ceiling, sitting directly in the middle, I had a nice even perception of stereo, and both speakers sounded even and equal. If I moved 1 foot to the left or to the right, now the reflection time off of that side of the ceiling is different from the other side of the ceiling, and I could hear it. Things would go on a phase, like I could hear things going on a phase just by me moving back and forth like this. It just sucked. Horrible. So I had to redesign everything, and I turned everything sideways. So now I'm facing the long end of the rectangle. I've got the console shoved as close as I can to the slope of the ceiling. There are above me because now I've got the ceiling is like right here. Like when I lean into the console, the roof is just a foot away from my face. So I've got treatments. Treatments above me are those were 8 inches, I think, above me. And then I did behind me. On the other slope, I did 4-inch treatments because over there I had a bunch of keyboards and stuff. So there's more of it. I needed the ceiling to be a little bit higher so I didn't mash my head onto the treatments. But I just don't like the layout at all. I hate it. So the plan is directly below me. That's on the second floor of the outbuilding. And directly below me was my workshop. So I can, after we got more settled in here, hi,
Where are the washrooms?
through the door down the hall to the left.
Thank you.
The idea was after we got settled down here, that right now that the workshop is filled with a bunch of machines and a bunch of other stuff. The idea was that once that all gets cleared out, then I could set up a smaller workshop on one a little bit less than about a third of that building, because I expanded out that building too. I added another like 16 by 12 foot extension onto the building, so I could move my stuff over. I'll move basically my mixing stuff and some keyboards and crap downstairs. It'll be in a regular rectangular type space, 8-foot ceilings. It'll be about the same amount of space as I have upstairs because I'm losing space because of the ceilings. But then upstairs, I leave my DAW recorder. I leave my sampler computers up there. I leave both the acoustic drums and the electronic drum set, which takes up quite a bit of room. I've got the electronic drum set. It's quite big and it's sort of wedged into the corner. I can move that more into the middle of the room so it's more comfortable to play. I can keep the cellos and the live instruments up there. It'll be fine for that. And I'll just leave all the treatments up there. If you're standing in the middle of the room and you're just recording, it'll be fine for that, for whatever I do for acoustic shit. So, and then downstairs will be a regular room that you could treat. Regular stuff. You have a drum room. I don't have a drum room yet, but it will. Once I get everything separated out, then I'll be able to have upstairs. I'll move everything out of the upstairs and I'll just have the drums and stuff. Because I have the acoustic drums and I have a whole bunch of percussion stuff like congas and whatever.
I'm cash.
$288.
That's fine.
Great, thanks. Yeah, and then there's a bunch of ethnic drums and a bunch of other crap that I've got kind of scattered around. So it'd be nice to have just a place that I could, I have a little bit more room with that. And I think that's one of the reasons why I haven't been doing much music is because I just hate working in a space. The workflow up there is horrible. I'm so used to being in a situation where I'm in a rectangle room. I've got my console is right in the middle, and then just directly to the side of the console is access to the DAW computer and everything. And like my previous studio was fantastic. I really loved it set up there. I had all my rack mount stuff was in the wall, so it was all right in front of me, in front of my desk. It was really cool. Worked really well. But I just can't. I go up there and I just get frustrated at the way everything's too far away. Because everything now, it's because everything's shoved to one side or the other side of the rectangle, of the short end of the rectangle. But You couldn't put big diffusers up on the ceiling to break up the reflections. Even with the 8-inch treatments up there, yeah, I could still hear it. It's still some frequencies I could hear them shift as I move from side to side. I have pictures. Hold on a second. Stupid Facebook. So this is the situation right now. So you can see it in. I've sort of flattened out the peak along the top. Can I make that bigger? Not really. I flatten the peak along the top, and then I have these 8-inch, not diffusers, but they're absorbers. And then on the opposite side, the same size panels, but they're 4 inches thick. And do I have a picture of that? That's synthesizer corner. Oh, stop it. That's the drums. Nope. Nope. Stupid Facebook. No, I guess it doesn't. I guess we don't get to see it. I had a picture I thought of the other side. You can kind of see it there, but not really. And so on the end here, I have absorptions on the ends. Up at the top, I built this little kind of makeshift diffuser that flattens out my peak. But yeah, it's just this contraption here with all the monitors. The actual DAW is the one that's the white one that's lit. That's the actual DAW recorder, and there's actually copies of that. There's a monitor. Humbug. Darn it. Grr. There's one here. So when I'm over here doing something, then I have access to the DAW. There's a keyboard and mouse over here. And then there's one in front of the console as well. And it's just, I've just split the HDMI out. So there's one there, so I have a keyboard and mouse control. So I can control it kind of wherever I am, which is sort of nice. But yeah, that's it. Oh, the console. So that's a Soundtrax 32x8 and a Soundtrax 16x8 joined together. Yeah, I really like the way that the soundtrack sounded. It's the Topaz board. It's a British board, and that's the board that I've been using for a while. Like I bought that board in 2000. So I had this during the Ampcast days. This is the half and part of that board I've had this whole time. And I really love the way it sounded. I love the EQs on it. Thank you. I love just the feeling of it. It's just a nice board. I was interested in getting a Soundtrax Jade, they made, it's basically all the same stuff, but it was in a larger form factor. And each channel is removable, so you can fix channels if you had a problem with them. This one's all fake. You have to basically yank everything off the faceplate to open it up. You have to yank everything off the faceplate, pull the faceplate off, and then get at your individual channel. So it's a big pain in the ass if something dies. If something dies on this board that's not noisy, you just put a big X on it, you can run a piece of tape along it, you're done with it. Luckily, I haven't had that problem. So I was looking for a Jane for a while, and nothing really ever came up. And then Soundtrax Topaz 16 by 8 showed up, and it was listed as brand spanking new. And this was like within the last 5 years. It's like, holy crap, a brand new, like I can't pass on this. And they didn't want very much for it. So I got it. I ripped the end pieces off, joined them together. They're basically bussed together through the 32 channel is basically the main board, and the second board acts as a satellite, but it buses together in, so you bus out of the 4 8s, and then they go into 4 of the channels at the end, like in 30 to 20, 28 to 32. They bus into those channels, and then I just treat them normally. So it's nice to have for, I do all of my recording where I basically have all of the audio is running at once. And so I mix everything live, right? So it's nice to have a whole bunch of channels. And then all of my FX returns, I like to return to a channel as well. So primarily what the second board is half of those 16 channels, 16 channels. So, it's a 24 channel. So 12 of those channels are mostly FX returns. And then I can send those out to its internal FX sends to something else and to really beat the sound up a little bit more. Or I can return them, however, everything goes to patch base, right? So you can look on this picture, you can see right on the right-hand side, that's just a big bank of patch base. Everything goes there. So. I remember you talking about the Topaz. You do it old school. It's all your subset effects. I tried to mix in the box before. After I moved from Seaside and we went to Portland, I never set up a studio in Portland. I had a room with some keyboards and stuff set up, but I never unpacked the console or anything. I just didn't have room for it, really. So I had a smaller little mixing board. I don't remember what it was. I think it was a Mackie or something. I think it was a Mackie rack mount, like an Onyx or something. Didn't really like it, but I tried to. I was like, why can't I get used to mixing a little bit in the box? And I just couldn't get the hang of it. I never felt like I was dialing in the sound because I'm so used to working with outboard gear, and I like the toy aspect of it. And you can get outboard gear for so cheap now. You get really cool stuff, like you can get really cool old delays for next to nothing, right? Luke says, you play the cello as well. Not yet, really. I bought it to learn. I wrote a couple songs that had cello lines in it. I put placeholders in that were basically sampled cellos. The lines were really, really simple. Like I could have figured out how to play it. That's how I learned to play instruments. Is I come up with a basic line. I write a basic line to play. I learn how to play that, and then I sort of expand from there, and I go from there. So I had written these. There are actually two songs in particular that have cello lines set at rooms right after I got the cello, and I was like, yeah, I'll figure this out, whatever. But then I ended up mixing the sampled ones in to the track, And by the time I got ready to do the cello lines, I just liked the sample ones. They were already in place. They were embedded. They mixed really well. I was happy with them, so I just never ended up putting. I learned how to play them on the cello, but I never ended up recording them. But, old school workflow doesn't translate to a DAW for me. I always end up being constrained by CPU. Yeah, I guess if you have a bunch of outboard or a bunch of effects, those can start to chew things up pretty quickly, right? Because I do minor. I'm still using Sonar. I still freaking love Sonar. Because I grew up with Cakewalk, right? So I'm still using an old version of Sonar, and I'm perfectly happy with it. There are a couple things that I use in the computer for audio editing. They're mostly like subtle compression. I do muting, track muting, and volume controls. Treat it more like an automated console type thing. And that's about all I do. Like I don't do any reverbs or delays or any other effects or treat any other any other effects type of stuff on it. I do destructive editing on everything, not ideal, but I claim it's I used to use Sonar, left it for Reaper. I haven't tried Reaper. Got tired of the annual Force upgrade. Well, now, like Sonar is a different thing now. They changed hands a few times, and then they weren't active for a while, and then some company bought them with some other assets. And there's a free version now, I guess. I don't even know. I haven't even paid attention. I never bothered with any upgrades. It's like I don't even know what version I have, but it didn't bug me for updates. And the DAW recorder has never seen the internet ever. It has never. It's a Windows box. It's never had an update. It doesn't see the internet. It doesn't need it. It never needed it, so I never bothered. And I guess the downside is that you lose a lot of extra features that you get with new versions. But I never felt like I needed them because it's basically it's if I didn't have the DAW, I'd be using 2-inch tape, right? So I have some old Nakamichi 2-inch 32 track, right? My dog basically is a glorified tape recorder. That's all I ever use it for most of the time. I was going to download the new version and see, but I do have a problem. My interfaces, you can actually see them on the screen there. Right above the console are the 3 interfaces. Those are Echo audio fires. They're 12 ins and outs each. And they're FireWire. So if I update to, if I go to Windows, even Windows 10, I think FireWire is done for by Windows 10. You might be able to know it's because that's a Windows 7. So yeah, by Windows 10, FireWire is dead. So my interfaces no longer work if I update. So if I can't put the new Sonar on an older version on a Windows 7, I can't use it. And I don't even know if it supports FireWire interfaces. And I'm really happy with those Echo audio fires. I've never had a glitch on me. They sound perfectly fine. So I don't know if I updated software. I don't even know what my hardware update path is at this point, because I've got this weird analog digital hybrid thing going on. I need a shit ton of audio ins and outs. Not so many ins. I could get away with 8 audio ins, but I need, at least 25 or 30 audio outs at a time. Thanks for coming in. Yeah.
That was fun, man. That was fun. It's cool that this is here.
Sorry?
That's great that this is here. This is really cool.
Oh, yeah.
And again, I appreciate that.
Oh, yeah, no problem. Yeah. It happens a lot where people, they don't, like an hour goes by really quick.
Yeah, no, I didn't even realize
Yeah.
2 hours is up. It's like, whoa.
Yeah,
okay, I guess
and that's part of why we priced it the way we did, because a lot of places, they do an hourly thing.
Yep.
And we've run specials, like last November we ran a special that an hour was like $12 or something.
Right.
I was going around reminding everybody their time was up, and I just didn't want to do that. Originally out of the gate I didn't want to do that. And last November
Yep.
with that special, I was like, I like the 2 hour thing, because
Yeah, no, and again, because everything once you kind of start making your way around everything, then it does go up really quick.
yeah.
But anyway,
Hey.
thanks again, though.
See ya. Oh, we lost some viewers. We bored people with our music talk. We weren't talking pinball or arcades. We were talking music shit. Everybody's like, I didn't tune into this for music stuff. Daryl, do you ever talk to Scott Turner? I haven't talked to him for a while. I think I asked you this the other day, the last time, but I forget. Geek Pageant. Yeah. Geek Talk. I guess that happens with everything that you're involved in, right? Like, we have pinball people that join the chat. We talk like geeky pinball stuff, and then music people join the chat. We talk about music stuff, and it just sort of happens. Chat with Scott maybe twice a month. We were friends on Facebook, and then as sometimes you get unfriended on Facebook, I just noticed he wasn't in my friend group anymore, and I didn't know if he just nuked Facebook or if he was just cleaning up stuff or whatever. But I haven't chatted with him for a while, and I don't have any other way to reach him. Yeah, he was hilarious. I liked that. I ran across the his Amcast outro, that really long one. The Take Your Medicine outro. Do you remember that one? He left Facebook. Okay, yeah, that was it then. Yeah, it was like a 10-minute. He would run it periodically at the end of his show. I don't remember the background music. It was some wacky, like weird background music thing going on, and he's just like giving shout outs to people and something about taking your medicine, and it was hilarious. And for the few people that are watching, Star Voyager and I and this guy Scott that we're talking about, we did really early internet radio stuff through a company called Amcast. Amcast was an early music distro, online music distro, where you could go and download MP3s, independent artists, and actually some signed artists were on it. They were funded by Apple. Actually, Frank Cotolo did a quarter of a century ago. Yeah, I know, it's crazy, isn't it? Frank Cotolo did a thing. He had, and Frank Cotolo's an old radio guy. He used to work with Bookman, Jack and stuff. He was on Ampcast doing some stuff. And Frank had me and the Wachowski brothers, who were the people that started Ampcast. He had us on to talk about that. And if you did a search for it, you would probably find it. It was actually really interesting to hear them talking about it. They had a bit of funding through Apple, and I think that they were dropped because of iTunes. Hi.
What's the box of Whoppers cost?
I don't know. Hand it to me and I'll scan it. Usually they're marked down there. With tax is $3.45.
I think I'll just get 5 of the boxes.
Oh, there you go. What have we got? It's 5 fifth for 3. All right, so 4 of them. $4.37. Yeah, that's probably a better deal, isn't it?
I think so. I was like trying to do the math. I was like, how many grams are in this, and then how many grams are in like 5 of these? I was like, it's probably better for me to just buy 5 of these.
And you can open, you can eat one, and you can save the other one.
Save the later
Yeah,
ones, exactly.
they don't get all like Whopper kind of that.
Like that,
squishy,
moist, like,
yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, quarter of a century. God, that's crazy, isn't it? It's hard to believe that was so long ago. And we were actually doing it before then, because it was before, it was 90, was it as early as 98? 99? Let's way back it. Let's get on the way back machine and look at Ampcast. I don't remember when they started. Let's all Google this together, shall we? Uh-oh. Someone has a stuck ball. Hold on a second. Connection is timed out. No. Why for you not work? Huh. See you later. We're not having problems with other things, are we here? Internet Archive. Here we go. Internet Archive has been down for weeks. They've been under a DOS attack. Had to disconnect. I actually got through to them. Let's see, maybe we can. Sorry. Let's go back to. So they were around in '99. But I don't know in what regard. Look at that old logo. So it's later than this. 2000. Look at how active it is right here. Let's try one of those. webcast. Yeah. December 9th. So in 2000 is when they started doing that, yeah? I guess is what that means. Let's check sort of the middle of 2001. The Electro Wars thing is there, webcast. I don't remember where. Oh, radio, right here. House blend, slow roast, espresso, slow blend. Oh, these were just. These weren't shows, though, right? These were just ongoing streams? I don't remember. I didn't have a schedule for my show because I was Viking Raid Radio. So we just took over when there was nobody else streaming or someone canceled their show. I was a rebel, Dottie. I'm a loner, Dottie, a rebel. Let's go to 2002. Ooh. Hey, look at that. Look at us. Top 5 CDs. I recognize those two at the top. Let's go to radio here. What is this? This is, I don't remember. Ah, here we go. DOS Music Live, Blue Water Drift, Viking Raid Radio, Escape from Noise, Radio Gym. Yeah, so this was, I don't know what date. Oh, it's 2002. So by 2002. Thanks, see you later. So by 2002 that was going. Let's check the end of 2001. Yeah, so late 2001, 2002, we were really going full force, I guess. But we were goofing around with it earlier than that. I remember that. Yeah. All right, man. See you later. Talk to you later. I'm actually going to end my stream here in a little bit as well. So, let's go back to here. I think I will end the stream now. That's what I'm gonna do. Now's as good a time as any. So if you're watching, we got a little sidetracked with music stuff. I'm looking at really old websites. All right, I'm gonna tune out, and next next Friday, we should have Sophia here. She'll tell us all about her adventures in DC. And so with that, I'm going to end the chat.